Assassin's Creed, the first game in the franchise, was released in 2007. Set during the Third Crusade in the Holy Land, the game follows Altair ibn la-Ahad, an assassin of the Brotherhood tasked with eliminating key targets to preserve peace. What made Assassin's Creed stand out was its unique parkour movement system, allowing players to scale buildings and navigate cities with fluidity. The open-world gameplay, combined with the historical setting and stealth-based combat. Assassin's Creed 2 came out in 2009. This time, players control Ezio Auditore, an Italian nobleman from Florence during the Renaissance. The game expanded on its predecessor's mechanics, introducing more refined combat, a deeper storyline, and multiple cities to explore. The Renaissance backdrop added a rich layer of historical intrigue, with famous figures like Leonardo da Vinci and Rodrigo Borgia playing key roles. This sequel is often credited with transforming the series into one of the most beloved franchises in gaming. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, released in 2010, picks up right where Assassin's Creed 2 left off, continuing Ezio's journey as he leads the Assassin Brotherhood against the Borgia family in Rome. What made Brotherhood unique was the addition of a multiplayer mode, which allowed players to compete as assassins in various challenges. The game also introduced a new mechanic, the ability to recruit and manage other assassins, further expanding the game's strategic elements. This entry refined the formula with a more focused and intense experience in a larger city. Assassin's Creed Revelations was released in 2011 and brought Ezio's story to its conclusion as he travels to Constantinople in search of keys that will unlock the secrets of Altair's library. This game also introduces a new protagonist, Altair, through a series of flashbacks, offering deeper insight into his past. The game kept the core mechanics intact, but added new features like bomb crafting and a new parkour system that made traversal smoother. It also introduced a dynamic combat mechanic that allowed players to use weapons more effectively in close-quarter situations. Assassin's Creed 3. In 2012, Assassin's Creed 3 shifted the series to the American Revolution, bringing in a new protagonist, Connor Kenway, a half-English, half-Mohawk assassin. Set between 1754 and 1783, the game expanded the franchise's scale significantly, introducing large open-world environments like the forests and cities of colonial America. It also featured naval combat, allowing players to control a ship and engage in sea battles, something that would become a staple in later games. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, released in 2013, introduced Edward Kenway, a pirate during the golden age of piracy in the early 1700s. The game is set in the Caribbean and offers players a vast open world to explore, both on land and at sea. The naval gameplay from Assassin's Creed 3 is expanded significantly here, allowing players to sail between islands, plunder ships, and engage in naval combat. The pirate theme, combined with the Assassin Brotherhood's ongoing conflict with the Templars, created a fresh yet familiar experience for players. Assassin's Creed Rogue, released in 2014, takes a unique perspective by allowing players to take on the role of Shay Cormac, an assassin turned Templar. Set during the 7 Years' War, the game offers a dark twist on the typical formula, exploring the consequences of betraying the Brotherhood. Shay's journey from assassin to Templar adds an interesting layer of conflict as players experience the story from the opposing side. It also featured similar naval mechanics to Black Flag, but with new abilities and gameplay tweaks to reflect the shift in allegiance. In 2014, Assassin's Creed Unity was released, set during the French Revolution. The game follows Arnaud Dorian, who is drawn into the conflict after a personal tragedy. One of the most significant additions in Unity is its multiplayer co-op mode, allowing players to team up and complete missions together. The game also featured a more refined parkour system, with the ability to climb up and down buildings more fluidly. The revolutionary Paris setting brought a new sense of grandeur, with incredibly detailed recreations of iconic landmarks like Notre Dame and the Palace of Versailles. Assassin's Creed Syndicate was released in 2015 and brought the series to Victorian London during the Industrial Revolution. The protagonists, Jacob and Evie Fry, are twin assassins fighting to take control of the city from the Templar-controlled criminal empire. This game introduced the ability to switch between characters on the fly, each with their own unique abilities. It also focused on improving combat and traversal, introducing elements like a grappling hook to reach new heights. The industrial age setting allowed for a fresh perspective, blending historical events with the rise of industrialization. Assassin's Creed Origins, released in 2017. Set in ancient Egypt, the game focuses on the origins of the Assassin Brotherhood and follows Bayek of Siwa, a Medjay who becomes an assassin after the loss of his son. Origins revamped the series by introducing RPG elements such as level progression, loot, and skill trees. The game also featured a vast open world, allowing players to explore Egypt's deserts, pyramids, and cities. The shift toward more role-playing elements and an expansive world helped reinvigorate the series for both old and new players.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, released in 2018, Odyssey continues the RPG direction introduced in Origins, this time set in ancient Greece during the Peloponnesian War. Players control either Alexios or Cassandra, two mercenaries caught in the conflict between Athens and Sparta. The game introduces dialogue choices, multiple endings, and a much deeper emphasis on choice-driven storytelling. The expansive open world is filled with quests, mythical creatures, and naval combat, offering a truly massive experience. The game's setting allowed players to immerse themselves in Greek mythology. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, released in 2020, shifts the focus to the Viking Age. Players control Eivor, a Viking raider who leads their clan to England to settle and conquer new lands. The game features a dynamic open world with massive landscapes, including forests, rivers, and settlements. Valhalla continued the RPG mechanics seen in Odyssey and Origins, adding new elements like settlement building and raiding mechanics. The game also explores the conflict between the Assassin Brotherhood and the Templars in the context of Viking culture and Norse mythology, offering a unique narrative twist.